Alright, so this is Dawson Sloan's vlog. Yeah, alright.
Wait, why are you redoing
Okay,
it?
so
Why are you redoing it?
my thoughts about, in chapter 1, I said that the Finches are pretty much a decent middle-class family within the 1950s. And their area where they live in, Macomb, is a pretty small town. So like, it's like a little suburb area where pretty much everyone knows everyone in the neighborhood or in the city or town. So it's like, so yeah. And then they're a decent family because Atticus, the dad, is a lawyer, so they make they make good bank. And then they also are starting to learn new people too, like the Cunninghams. They're like new in town, and then they got their hatred for people like Boo Radley, etc. And then Jem has the teacher, Miss Caroline, and she's also new in town, so she doesn't really know. Yeah. So let's move on to chapter 2. So in chapter 2, the Cunninghams are poor. We find out the Cunninghams are poor. So that's like a new fact to us. And then they also have their own ways, because the Cunninghams, like in chapter 2, Miss Caroline, like sorry, not chapter 2. The Cunninghams are like farmers, so they don't come from like a prosperous family. But and they have pretty much no income. So since the dad Atticus is a lawyer and they're helping out the Cunninghams, the way the Cunninghams have to repay them is through food, because they're farmers. And then on page 27, Atticus is talking about how they're not going to be making a lot of money because the Cunninghams are paying them in food. And then in chapter 3, I'm talking about Miss Caroline and how she's a little ignorant and she doesn't really listen to her students, what they're trying to tell her, because she's new in town. So she was talking to Walter Cunningham about he loaned him a quarter, and Walter denied it. But Miss Caroline was acting all strange and things around him. So Jem and or Scout was trying to tell her about how the Cunningham has his own ways, but then she was being a little ignorant and ignoring what they're trying to tell her about how the Cunninghams work, etc. And then in chapter 4, we meet this new guy named Dale, and he just moved, and he's visiting town, and he's Jem's cousin. And we learned that he's a pretty nice guy so far. He's like telling everyone his stories and his travels and such. And then in chapter 5, we start to find out that Dale is a little bad influence on the Finches, because him and Jem start to plan out things, like to do like some naughty stuff or some stuff like outside what they're usually doing. And then in chapter 6, Jem and Dale go to Boo Radley's house, and they start to cause some trouble, and they're starting to run back, and then